Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode. Today I'll be talking about this shoe, the Nike ZoomStreak 7. So since I also tried the Nike ZoomStreak 6, which is of course I still have it, so I'm gonna do also a little bit of comparison video between the 7 and the 6. So this shoe is built specifically for racing. So this is a race day shoe. And this shoe weighs 7.1 ounces in my size. You know what? After wearing shoes that are, in the 9 ounces or heavier range, this shoe feels almost nothing. In the midsole of the 7 has that 8mm offset from heel to toe. And the feel of the cushion, it actually has that, like just the right balance of the firmness, that it has that really nice, pop when it hit the ground, but at the same time it still feels very, very comfortable in my foot. But if I compare this to the 6 is definitely a lot firmer than the 7. Actually, as far as I remember, I think it really took at least 40 or 50 miles before the shoe actually became really comfortable in my foot. So the outsole rubber of this actually has that, honeycomb like pattern. And when this was actually brand new, the outsole rubber has that kind of slippery like texture. But I would say maybe a run or two, that slippery texture will just come off pretty quickly. So you don't really have to worry about it. And the upper of the 7 is actually really soft and breathable. And they just have pretty much the same actually upper. The only difference is actually just the design here on the forefoot. And it has that really nice, lockdown on the forefoot when I run, especially when picking up the pace. It's very secure. In the heel cup or the heel counter of the 7 is actually very, very good. It secures the heel really well, and it has that, really comfortable padding here at the top that of course provides comfort. But the 6 is definitely, I would say, almost opposite compared to the 7, because this is actually feels really stiff, and it actually also very rough here at the top, that actually I can feel that just the padding here compared to the 7 is a lot thicker, and it actually feels rougher. I really had a lot of issues on this heel counter, because when I actually did one of my races, that was the half marathon, I really had some really bad blister issues. And when I finished that race, when I checked actually my Achilles, it was really bleeding, and it scraped my skin here in the back. It was just really bad. Even though it secures the heel good, but it's just not very comfortable, and it's pretty rough. And the lacing system is also very, very good. It locks the foot down really well, and they just have pretty much the same, lacing system. The only negative that I would say is that it's just the tongue of this, it's just really short. I just really wish that it had a little bit more than this, because I always use, the tongue when I'm actually adjusting, the tightness of my shoe. So yeah, this, it's too short that there's really nothing there to, to use. But overall, I would say that, it's very comfortable, and it's not really a big issue. Like I said, I just wish that it had a little bit more than just like this. So actually, the biggest difference between the 7 and the 6, the 7 actually feels a lot shorter than the 6. You know what, when I actually first got the shoe, I really thought that I got the wrong size of shoe, because it just feels really short to me. But when I actually compare both shoes like this, it's just pretty much the same, because of course they're the same size. But like I said, the 7 just feels really short compared to the 6. Now I really realize that actually the 7 has actually like wider room, I would say. And I don't know if that's really the case, but for me it feels like the 7 has actually more room than actually the 6. And the 6 just feels like really long to me, and it just feels like really sharp right here. Actually, the first time that I used this, I really didn't really like the feel of it, because like I said, I'm so used to the feel of the 6. But now this, for me, this makes a lot of sense, and it feels more comfortable because like I said, it has that, you know, like more room compared to the 6. So it's more comfortable, more space for my foot, but at the same time it still secures that, you know, my foot when I'm actually like running. So now this shoe, I really like the feel of this one compared to the 6. I would say that I would use this shoe between, you know, 5K up to a half marathon distance. If you want to really like break those PRs, this shoe can definitely do the job, because this is like extremely light and it feels very fast. If you decide maybe to, you know, wear this shoe for the marathon, yeah, I would say like, yeah, you can still use the shoe for the marathon, but the only thing is that this shoe is not really gonna feel as comfortable, you know, compared to like using this between 5K up to a half marathon distance. I used the 6, you know, in the marathon before, but I would say the 7 would probably feel more comfortable. But this shoe is like a racing shoe, and it doesn't really have, you know, that much protection or cushion if you really decide to use it, because it feels really light and fast. If you can manage that pain, you know, at the end of the marathon, this shoe can definitely give you a really fast marathon time if you decide to use this shoe. Thank you guys again so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.